Rumi was not just a poet, he was a doorway to something beyond words, beyond the mind, beyond the limits of what we think life is. His most famous book, Masnavi, is not just poetry, it is a journey, a guide, a whisper from the depths of the soul. Written over 700 years ago, the Masnavi is one of the greatest works of Sufi mysticism. It is filled with stories, metaphors, and lessons, but at its heart, it speaks of one thing: love. Not the kind of love we chase in the world, but the love that shatters the ego, that dissolves all separation, that makes you see God in everything. Rumi tells us that the soul is like a reed flute, separated from the reed bed, crying out in longing. This longing is the human condition. We are torn from our source, wandering through life searching for something we cannot name. But this ache inside us is not a curse. It is the call of the divine, pulling us back, reminding us of what we have forgotten. He speaks of surrender. We think we are in control, but our plans, our struggles, our desires are nothing compared to the great flow of existence. The drop cannot command the ocean. It must merge with it. The lover does not demand from the beloved. He dissolves into her. The self must disappear for the truth to be seen. Rumi's words are filled with paradox. He says, "Lose yourself completely, and you will be found. Die before you die, and you will truly live." These are not riddles. They are keys. They unlock the door to a deeper reality where suffering turns into awakening, and loss becomes a return to something greater. Through his stories, he shows us the folly of pride, the blindness of the intellect, and the endless tricks of the ego. A scholar debates and argues, but a true lover simply bows and burns in devotion. A beggar may be richer than a king if his heart is filled with love. A madman dancing in the street may have more wisdom than the greatest philosopher. But above all, Rumi speaks of love as the fire that burns everything false. Love is not comfort, it is destruction. It is a fire that reduces you to ashes, only to reveal that you were never the one burning. The divine was always there, waiting for you to see. He tells us to stop searching outside. The temple, the mosque, the scriptures, none of them contain what you seek. The true place of worship is within. Silence speaks louder than words. The heart knows what the mind never can. In the end, the Masnavi is not a book to be understood. It is a book to be felt. It does not teach you anything new. It reminds you of what you have always known. It is an invitation to dissolve, to love, to dance, to become nothing so that in that nothingness, you may finally find everything.